A revolution is reshaping modern warfare, not with massive armies or billion-dollar jets, but with small, cheap drones. These unmanned aerial vehicles, some built from off-the-shelf parts, are challenging the dominance of traditional military hardware. The battlefield is now a David versus Goliath contest, where a few $1,000s worth of tech can threaten multi-million-dollar assets. Drones fly low and slow, slipping past expensive defenses and overwhelming them with sheer numbers. Nowhere is this more evident than in Ukraine, where innovative, low-cost drones are used for reconnaissance and direct attacks. Even the most powerful tanks and aircraft are at constant risk from these nimble, disposable threats. The barrier to air power has dropped. Smaller nations and groups can now strike at giants. Military planners worldwide are being forced to rethink what it means to be secure. The age of the drone is here, and size and price are no longer the ultimate measures of strength. The democratization of air power is changing the rules of war. In this new era, innovation and adaptability matter more than ever. The small drone has become the unlikely king of the battlefield. In late 2023, Ukraine stunned the world by attacking Russian air bases deep inside enemy territory, not with missiles but with swarms of cheap cardboard drones. These DIY drones, made from simple materials, slipped past sophisticated defenses and struck strategic bombers worth tens of millions. For the cost of a used car, Ukraine destroyed or damaged assets that once seemed untouchable. The spiderweb operation proved that a determined force can build an effective air force on a shoestring budget. These drones weren't just a nuisance, they were a strategic weapon, inflicting real economic and military damage. Ukraine's ingenuity showed that the future of conflict belongs to those who can outthink, not outspend their adversaries. Strategic assets are no longer safe behind the front lines. The age of clever, low-cost warfare has arrived. The economics of drone warfare are staggering. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone can cost as little as $2,000, while its targets, tanks, air defense systems, bombers, are worth millions. Destroying a $40 million bomber with a $2,000 drone is an incredible return on investment. Defending against these drones is just as costly. Shooting one down with a $500,000 missile is a losing proposition. This economic imbalance is forcing militaries to rethink their strategies. Relying on expensive systems is no longer sustainable when waves of cheap drones can bleed a budget dry. The side that inflicts the most damage for the least cost gains a decisive edge. The cheap drone is the ultimate tool in this new economic battle. War is now as much about budgets as it is about firepower. The balance of power is shifting to those who can do more with less. Cheap drones have redefined attrition warfare, winning by wearing down the enemy's resources, not just their troops. Thousands of low-cost drones force opponents to react with expensive defenses, draining their budgets and logistics. Shooting down a $2,000 drone with a $500,000 missile is a losing game for defenders. Mass production is key. Small workshops can churn out hundreds of drones daily, keeping up the pressure. Meanwhile, losing a tank or jet is a major blow for defenders, who can't replace them quickly. For attackers, drones are expendable. For defenders, every asset lost is significant. This relentless pressure wears down defenders, depleting supplies and morale. The ability to rapidly replenish drones gives attackers a huge advantage in a war of attrition. The economics of drone warfare favor the nimble and resourceful. The psychology of war is changing. Constant threat from above keeps defenders on edge. In the long run, the side that can sustain cheap, effective attacks will prevail. Drones have made attrition warfare smarter, not just bloodier. The future belongs to those who can outlast and outproduce their enemies. The world is racing to adapt to the drone revolution. Military leaders everywhere are investing billions in new drone technologies and defenses. The US Replicator program aims to field thousands of autonomous systems within 2 years. The UK, Turkey, China, India, and others are developing swarming drones and unmanned fighters. Drones are now a standard part of every modern arsenal. The focus is shifting to building networks, AI, and logistics to manage drone swarms. The lesson from Ukraine is clear. Future wars will be won by those who master the power of the many. The era of the drone arms race has begun. Every nation knows it must keep up, or risk falling behind. As drones proliferate, so does the race to stop them. No single defense works against every drone, so militaries are building layered shields. New radars, cameras, and sensors are being developed to spot small, slow-moving threats. Once detected, drones can be jammed, spoofed, or fried with microwaves. Hard kill options include guns, lasers, and even drones that hunt other drones. The most advanced systems combine multiple methods for robust, multi-layered defense. Counter-drone technology is now one of the fastest-growing sectors in defense. The challenge is to keep pace with rapidly evolving threats. The battlefield is becoming a contest of innovation. Offense versus defense, drone versus counter-drone. The side that adapts fastest will have the upper hand. The war in the skies is just beginning. Drones have shattered the old rules of war. Front lines are gone, and nowhere is safe. Power is now decentralized. A small team with drones can have a strategic impact. Armies are shifting from large formations to agile networked units equipped with drones. Innovation and adaptability are now the keys to victory. As drones become more autonomous, ethical and legal questions loom. Who is accountable when machines make life or death decisions? International law is struggling to keep up with the pace of change. The future of combat will be defined by swarms, autonomy, and the contest between cheap and expensive systems. Technology has democratized air power. Advantage goes to the fastest innovators. The battlefield is now a dynamic ecosystem, not a chessboard. The small drone is the catalyst for this new era, shaping the destiny of nations for decades to come.